Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. Now joining me is Todd Hill with the Bromby Association. Todd and I were just chit-chatting before we came on because you're no stranger to Superior Livestock. You have an American Rancher that you guys do with us, I think a couple times a year actually. So you guys really promote the breed, and that's one thing I was just kind of praising you guys about. You have such a great marketing tactic. I mean, you really put your guys' selves out there. You really put the breed out there for people, and a lot for your producers. I mean, you get their names out there. So let's go into it. Tell us what's going on with the Bromby Association.
Well, I appreciate that. You know, I think 4 or 5 years ago, the Bromby board looked up and we thought, you know, we're supposed to be promoting this breed and we've got the best kept secret in the cow business. And we decided that we didn't like that designation. So we just made the start of getting on American Rancher, and it's been really good for us. A lot of great cattlemen. Yeah, you've done a good job marketing American Rancher, and a lot of great cattlemen are looking at it. And so it's just been a compilation of a lot of Bromby stories. People, commercial guys that have started using Bromby bulls. There's a few people that are buying Bromby cattle, Bromby cows, and getting in it. And you know, when you start looking for Bromby, you find out there's not a lot of Bromby cattle out there. So we embrace new Bromby breeders, and we're looking for them all the time.
I know that's one thing too. Each American Rancher that you guys have done, it's kind of focused on some different things about the breed as well, and you focus on certain producers in it. You mentioned something to me this morning. You said, you know, it is the best kept secret in the cattle business, but it's the largest breed outside the U.S. as well. That's astounding to know.
Yeah, that's right. You get down in South America and Mexico, Central America, they are everywhere. And one of the things that's interesting to me, they started in Switzerland. The Simmentals take the low altitude, the Brombies take the high altitude. And so you would think, well, they can't do well in heat. Well, they're used all through Central and South America. I live in Childress, Texas, and let me tell you, it get hot in Childress, Texas. And they, you know, my Bromby cattle, when there's some black cattle standing out in the lakes, the Bromby cattle are laying out in the sunshine. So they really do adjust to different climates well.
Well, I know, and that's another thing too. You're saying, you know, the maternal traits are great, but they also hang on the rail great too.
You know, we've been talking about maternal traits a lot, and they are great maternal cattle, and I can talk all day about what they can do, but they hang on the rail. We've got several members that are taking these cattle to the rail, keeping ownership through the rail, and you know, one of the things that one guy's found through thousands of head of data, if you put a Bromby bull on any cow out there, it's going to increase the yield grade one slot. That's good. So these Bromby cattle, the main thing they do is that last 90 days in the feedlot, when it starts getting tough and a lot of cattle start slipping and those yield grades go in the tank, the Bromby cattle are hanging on to them, and you know, we've got lots of data to show that you're going to get a few yield grade 3s, but the vast majority are going to be 1s and 2s with no 4s and 5s. That's big news for a cattle producer.
That really is big news, you know, and that's another thing. Like I said, you promote the breed, you promote your producers, but you have the data to back it up, and that's what really means a lot to people. I wish we had more time, because I know we could talk about this all day, but you can always tune into their American Ranchers. They're great stories on everything involving the Bromby breed. I want to thank you for being on this morning,
Great,
Todd.
thanks, Kirby.
Great pleasure to have
Thank
you.
you, our pleasure.
When we come back, a special guest. Don't go anywhere.